The chest points up towards the sky. Let your eyes go there as well. Hey everyone, welcome to class. Today I have a very short, sweet recovery, a nice workout recovery yoga flow for you. I'm going to give you a handful of poses that you can come back to after a full body workout that'll just help your body recover more quickly, more easily, and reduce the amount of soreness that you feel after an intense total body workout. So go ahead and come to your hands and knees. You're going to begin in cat-cow. Okay, so wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Begin with cat-cow. Really focus on spreading the shoulder blades away from the midline here. Bringing the chest forward, focusing on the sensation of length through the front side of the body. You can do this a few times, whatever feels easy, comfortable, natural. I would suggest like 4 to 6 times. Then you're going to step your left foot forward and I was getting confused already. Step your left foot forward, straightening the leg and hinging from the hip crease. Start to walk the upper body forward. Now notice I'm not laying my chest onto the shin. I'm not trying to get that far. All we're looking for here is that sensation of gentle resistance through the hamstring, through the calf, especially after a workout where you've really used these muscles and exerted yourself. This might feel even more intense than it usually does. So be mindful of that, respect that boundary, hold for a few breaths here, and then we're just gonna switch sides. So come up. I would recommend like 20 to 30 seconds per exercise that I'm showing you, per pose that I'm showing you. Again, hinging from the hip crease, start to walk the upper body down. You're just looking for that gentle, natural resistance, not pushing further than that. That's not the goal. The goal is to just let the muscles release and come back to a neutral place. Slowly come back up. You're going to bring the feet together, the knees nice and wide apart. Child's pose is another favorite I like to do for recovery. So keep the hips nice and heavy. Walk the hands out. Let the chest, let the forehead come down here. So letting the lower back release. Stay in your child's pose. I'm just going to sit up and talk to you for a second. Especially when you've done something that's maybe heavy with a lot of squats and a lot of leg work, there is an inevitable mild strain that we put on the lower back. We don't, even if we're not dumping the effort into our lower back, the lower back is definitely working in deadlifts, in squats, especially the heavier you lift, you really have to be mindful of the lower back. So child's pose is a nice release for after something like this. Take another breath and gradually bring yourself back up. I'm gonna have you stand. We're gonna go old school, okay? You wanna stretch those quads, again, especially after you've done any kind of leg work. So go ahead and bend the left knee, catch your foot, and notice, I know you might not be able to see my full head or my face from here, but you're focused on the waist down, okay? Notice if the knee kind of pops out to the side. I want you to keep it lined under the hip. Keep the pelvis neutral here, so don't pop the hips out to either side. Just line the knee up so it's, roughly under the hip. From here, keep the knee directly under the hips and just scoop the pelvis forward a little tiny bit until you feel that kind of everything sort of, you're like, yes, that's what I should be feeling. Through the hip flexors, through the quads. That's the sensation you're looking for. Again, holding for 20 to 30 seconds, which is plenty. You can step the foot down. Always make sure you do both sides, especially when you're doing a series of poses or exercises. Sometimes it's easy to forget, one side and the other. So make sure you're doing both. Again, watch that alignment. Knee somewhere under the hip, not too far out. Scoop the pelvis forward just a touch, just a smidge, till you feel that assuredness that this stretch is happening, right? Go ahead and step the right foot down. Take an easy forward fold next up. So soften the knees, hinge at the hips, and walk the hands down, maybe to the knees or to the shins. Notice what you feel here. And if you feel like you can take it further, you can bring the hands all the way down to the floor and take your normal forward fold. Again, holding for 20 to 30 seconds, just several breaths. Come back down to the floor. You can sit easily, whatever feels comfortable on the heels like I'm sitting, or just sitting flat on your bum. Interlace the hands behind you. Roll the shoulders back and reach the fingertips towards the feet. So naturally you're going to kind of tilt up a little bit. The chest points up towards the sky. Let your eyes go there as well. creating a little bit of space through the chest and the pecs. Staying with your breath. Again, 20 to 30 seconds is plenty. Bring the back back to neutral. And we're gonna stretch a little bit. We're gonna stretch the neck just a little bit. So drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Maybe you hold on to the side of the head very gently, just to get a little bit of length in the neck. Make sure you're doing both sides. Take it back up to neutral. Maybe roll the shoulders forward, back. Kind of doing a quick inventory of how you feel now. So this is just a handful of moves that you can keep in your own personal notes, in your own practice for after a workout. Won't take too long, a few minutes of your time just to kind of bring everything back to a neutral, comfortable place. And you don't want to forget that cool down. So keep these poses in mind for after your next workout. Remember that you must do something afterwards so that you reduce the amount of soreness and your recovery time after each one. All right. For a full version of this class where I really guide you through every workout or every exercise, we do them all together. Jump down to the description below and click the link to my digital studio where I have this class and literally hundreds of others. There's something for every single mood, and you can get a free 14-day trial. So yes, I hope to see you there. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you right back here next time.